I'd like to start this video off by saying I am not a financial advisor. Should you choose to invest in Bitcoin or any other asset, do your own research or seek the advice of an actual financial advisor, preferably one who knows a thing or two about crypto. Now, this video is going to be really quick. I'm just giving you guys an update on what I'm seeing in the charts, and what I am seeing is what I pointed out last weekend when I posted a video, and that is an Adam and Eve formation forming. It has actually completed. So now I'm expecting a bullish breakout within the next couple of days here. We could end up trading sideways. We could even end up going back down some. But I'm expecting the price to break out upwards. And I expect us to head up towards the $8,000 area, where we may end up getting a bit of a rejection, because the $8,000 area itself is heavy resistance. Plus we have the legacy trend line also hanging around that area. So it is going to be pretty tough to get through that. However, the halving is also coming up, and that just may be enough incentive for us, for the buying pressure, to push the price up past $8,000. And so we could reach heights of even of $9,000, $10,000, $11,000, maybe $12,000, or even $13,000 by the halving. It just depends. It depends on how this happens. It depends on how fast the news spread. It depends on who has the capital to put into this. It just depends on a lot of aspects. So this is something that we just have to keep watching and see what happens. Now, there's really nothing else I have to go over in the charts, so we're gonna see. Let's see if there's any news. Okay, so I came across this news article. I'm not really gonna go into this news article, but it brought up this argument basically about whether or not Bitcoin's halving is priced in, or is able to be priced in, or whatever. Like, for example, this guy here thinks that this is going to be a sell the news event, and possibly even followed by muted prices. No, that's not what's going to happen. I don't believe that at all. First off, well, okay, 2016, the halving had a pre-run to the a run up to the halving, and then of course followed by a crash. I think that pre-run up was the market trying to price in the halving, but it's really hard to explain. I think the run up before the halving is basically the market trying to price in the halving, but after the halving happens and the supply cuts, that has another effect on the price, and so the price ends up going much higher over time. And that part can never be priced in. So I think what happens is basically the run up to the halving is the market trying to price in the halving, but the halving itself ultimately affects the price afterwards. So technically, I don't think it could ever be priced in, just because of how the halving affects the price. The fact that the halving is a direct cut to the inbound supply into the economy. There's no way to price it in. So if I would have to pick a side, I would say no. Bitcoin's halving will never be priced in. Not this time, not next time, not the time after that, not the time after that, and so forth. You can never price in a halving event, because a halving event has a direct effect on the price itself. So there, yeah, that's my argument for that. We're gonna go to the COVID chart here to see where the count's at. Okay, so this is the COVID-19 map. I gotta point out something. The past 3 weekends, I did a video each weekend, and I had this map up on each of those videos. And every weekend, the first weekend was I had this. The case count was at 160,000. The weekend following that, the case count was over 320,000. The weekend after that, the case count was over 600,000. And now it's not even a weekend yet, and we are at 1,016,401 total confirmed cases for the world. Basically, what I'm saying is that every week this case count has been doubling, and it is showing no signs of slowing down. Total deaths have reached 53,160. Total recovered have reached 211,775. The United States case count is 245,559, with 51,809 of those cases being in New York City. This is likely going to get worse. I hate to say it, but it's likely going to get worse from here. even the president of the United States, he said that the next 2 weeks are going to be, they're going to be a rough 2 weeks. It's not looking good right now. If you don't need to travel, don't travel. Don't leave your house for anything unless you are an essential worker and you have to go to work, or unless you need to go to the store for food or essentials, or unless you have somebody that you have to take care of, like an older person or someone who is unable to do anything for themselves or whatever. There is no reason to be going to visit friends. There is no reason to be going out to have social gatherings or whatever. There's no reason to go to a bar if any were open. I don't think any are open anyways, but I've seen pictures from Florida of people going to the beach, crowding to the beach, of all things. They were clearly not 6 feet apart. They weren't even, I don't even think they were a foot apart, some of them. It's things like that are causing this virus to spread so quickly. People are not doing what they're supposed to do. People are not doing their part to actually try to slow this virus down. This virus may not kill you. You may be in good health. You may get through this virus in 2 weeks. It may be a shitty time, but you may get through it. But if you just think about this: if you catch the virus and you keep going out and you catch the virus. Of course, this virus has up to a 14-day incubation period, so you can have this virus for up to 14 days and not even know it. So you could be spreading this virus to other people while you're out running around doing whatever the fuck you're doing. Somewhere along the line, that virus could get transmitted from you to some older person or to some person with a bad immune system, and you could end up inevitably causing their deaths. You could be the cause of somebody else's death under these circumstances. So there's no reason to be traveling or doing anything you're not supposed to be doing. If you need any information about this virus, you can always go to the CDC's website. You can always go to the World Health Organization's website. You could there's plenty of information out there about this virus. There's plenty of false information out there about this virus. So always use reliable sources to find out information about this virus. But just be careful out there. Always carry hand sanitizer on you. If you must travel, stay at least 6 feet away from people. Hell, make it 10 feet just to be certain, because I think this virus stays in the air for like 3 hours. That's fucking terrible. And yeah, just be extremely careful about this. This is not the flu virus. This virus is a serious problem, and we need to slow it down. At least try to slow it down somehow. And everybody has to do their part in order for that to actually happen. So, with that, I think that is all I have for you guys today. I will see you all next time. Stay safe out there.